Hey everyone. I know I don't normally post what's coming on this platform, but I felt it important to speak my piece. Um, this afternoon I've been scrolling TikTok and I have seen an awful lot of people in the US that are very upset, as they should be. But I just came across a video of somebody on my other channel that shared a post from Pierre Polyev. I was shocked. Actually, I wasn't shocked. I have been saying it to my friends that, if TikTok in the US goes down, TikTok in Canada is going down too if conservatives get elected. Pierre Polyev is saying that there's actually espionage, which was not something that was said in the US, that TikTok was guilty of. So I, of course, he's amping up the fear mongering because people are watching what's happening in the U.S. and the migration to other platforms, to freely giving up their data to whatever. I mean, let's be honest, with the amount of data leaks from big corporations, from credit card companies, from Meta, from wherever you are, um, we shouldn't be surprised that there's data leaks anywhere. And I'm actually shocked by the amount of people that I've talked to. Like I was talking to a friend of mine who happens to work in Canada for but she supports a sales team that works out of the US. And her company is based here in Canada. So when I was talking to her this afternoon, just after I had heard the news about the TikTok ban, she said to me, "Well, people just need to get offline and, go stop sharing stuff on social media all the time." And I'm like, "Okay, but you have social media." She does not have TikTok, but she watches every TikTok video that is posted to Reels. So she's still consuming the content. She still sees it, but she's seeing it on Reels. She's seeing it on Meta. Her child has a VR system, whatever. Neither here nor there. But I was like, but do you understand the amount of home businesses that freely advertise on social media? The amount of free speech, the amount of learning that happens through social media platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, um, even Reels when it first started, and Instagram. See, you could watch people um, and learn something. Anyway, she did not. She did not side with me, and that is fine. We have a difference of opinion. She's a little more conservative than I am. I'm very NDP or liberal based, and she is not. So that is fine. We have been friends for a number of years, and um, we've had different experiences. I I am just so scared now of what's going to happen in our election in the spring because they're going to force a now that um, we have a new liberal leader and Justin Trudeau steps aside. They're going to force an election, and forcing this election may cause may result in Pierre Polyev, the leader of the Conservatives, being elected. And I am so terrified because that means um, women's health rights are gone, our rights to an abortion are gone, LGBTQ plus rights are going to be gone, or these are things that he's trying to do. currently affordable housing. He has already voted against affordable housing. He's a he's voted against workers' rights, and I'm getting this from other like creators that I have shared their videos. I don't remember their names, and I apologize, but he's one of the landlords that own multiple income and rental properties. So he's making a living off of the higher rental rates. So anybody that's a MP that has a rental property, if they are not already working with a program for affordable housing, then they are against affordable housing. Um, if their rent for a one bedroom is more than $1,000 a month, or for a bachelor apartment is more than $1,000 a month. Honestly, um, I don't know what to say. That is like crazy. I had a 3 bedroom house at one point, when my kids were home and growing up. I had a 3 bedroom house that I kept fighting with people and saying, with my property tax, paying my hydro, paying my other utilities, and paying my mortgage was less than rent. Now I've moved for education purposes and I've moved for job purposes. So I sold my home. When I first let my home go and I was renting an apartment for $400 um, a month. It was a 2 bedroom apartment, but I split my rent with somebody else because I was there and I was only going to be there temporary. It was for education. I currently have a 1 bedroom apartment. I had to move belongings that went from my 2 bedroom apartment to my 1 bedroom apartment that also came from my 3 bedroom house. And I don't live in a big city. I should not be paying the amount that I pay for for my apartment, but I do. And it's not going to get any better if we're not constantly paying attention and voicing our concerns. We have that right as Canadians, just like the Americans do. We can start now before they even start to make legislation for a TikTok ban. I don't know. I hope you learn as much from TikTok as I do, and I hope you will take this into consideration and start now addressing this with your MPs. Let them know if they want your vote, you're going to vote with the dollars, or with you're going to support them with your vote or with whatever, but they have to have certain things in line with you. Thanks. Bye.